Welcome to Lesson 10 on Health. Today we'll only be doing SC22, which is to list the benefits of exercise. Okay, so this is going to require you to do some research. So if you look along the left-hand side, you can see the green folder called Booklets. Click on Booklets and then you can see week 1 and 2, week 3 and 4. We want to go to week 3 and 4 and click on Shared Items. And then you can see the booklet. Click on the booklet, and I usually download the PDF just because it comes up quicker. And then if you scroll downwards until you get to SC22, and then you can see the link, and you can simply click straight on the link and it will open up the NHS website. If you agree with the cookies, to get rid of that bit, and then you can see the articles that you need. So it is quite a long article, but it's divided up into sections, and we'll look at how you can use each section to do each page of your presentation. Okay, if you've got your research page open, you need to now open either Keynote if you're working on an iPad, which I would recommend if you have one, or open up PowerPoint. So I'm going to use Keynote to show you, but PowerPoint is absolutely fine. So choose a theme that you like the look of. I like the look of the turtle theme, so I'm going to open up the turtle one. Now I have my title page, and I need to make sure that I'm really following step by step the instructions in my booklet. So I'm going to look at my booklet to tell me what my title should be. So if I look, it says page 1, title of Keynote or PowerPoint, the benefits of exercise, and a picture to illustrate. So I'm going to go to my Keynote and I'm going to type in the benefits of exercise because that's what it's told me to do. And then I'm going to add a subtitle just because they've given the option, and I'm going to put "Why Bother" as my subtitle, but you can put anything you like and you don't need a subtitle at all. I'm also going to put an author in just because they've got space for it. Again, it'd be great if you put an author in because then I know it's yours. And then it did tell me as well that I need a picture of some kind, and the picture has to link to the page. Okay, so I'm going to go on to Google and I'm going to Google exercise because that makes sense, and then I'm going to choose a picture that I like the look of. So I'm going to go to images, and I like the look of the very first picture, which is this lady in pink working out. So I'm going to click on the picture and that will make the picture bigger. And then I'm going to hold down on the picture and it will come up with save image. I'm going to save that image, and now I can insert it in. Oh, that's not the right picture. So get rid of that. So I'm going to go up to the plus at the top right hand corner and click on that plus, and then I'm going to click on photo or video, and then I'm going to click on the photo that I want. Then I can resize it, shift it, put it where I want. And that's my first page finished. Okay, so let's move on to our second page. So I'm going to press the plus on the bottom left hand side, and then I can choose an option for my second page. So I'm going to choose one that's already set up in a useful way. So this has got a picture on the left, but it's also got a bullet point list if you look, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to start by changing the title, and in order to do that, I need to again check the instructions for page 2. So if I have a look, it says page 2, read section 1 under the first picture and write a bullet point summary of the benefits of exercising. So it hasn't actually given me a title, so I can just make one up. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same titles as I used on my front page, but now I need to move on to my bullet point list, and in order to do that I need to go back to Google and I need to go back to the NHS research page. Tells me in the instructions that I'm looking for the information directly under the first picture. So I'm looking at this section here. So I'm going to read through all of the information there very carefully, and then I'm going to decide which bits of those information I want to write into my keynote. So I go back to my keynote and I'm going to write my first bullet point as exercise reduces the risk of major illnesses such as, and I can't remember what they were, so I'm going to go back and check. Heart disease. So I'm going to write in heart disease. I'm going to write in stroke. And I'm going to write in type 2 diabetes. So you need to do the same, and you need a minimum of 3 bullet points on this page, please. So 3 bullet points. Do not copy and paste. Okay, so it's time to do my third page. So I'm going to click the little plus button on the bottom left. I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to go to my instructions and check what I need to include on page 3. I'm going to go back to my research page and go down to health benefits because that's the section that I need. And then I'm going to add the information that I should be including and the title that I need onto this page. So I'm just adding my subtitle on, which I've made up again. You don't have to have the subtitle, that's no problem. And then I'm going to go back to my research and I'm going to have a look at the bullet points that they've got. Now, I don't want to write out all of these bullet points, so I'm going to choose maybe my top 5, but I'm going to say again a minimum of 3 bullet points on this page. I'm going to choose as my first one a 30% lower risk of early death, because I think that that's a really important thing to know, that you will live longer probably if you exercise. So I'm going to add that one on to this page. So I need to continue following the instructions for page 4, 5 and 6 and using the research page until I've got a total of 6 pages. Okay, now that I've got all 6 pages done, I am ready to change the pictures. So I'm going to click on the picture and delete it. And then I am going to go and look for the picture that I would like to add. So I found out that it helps prevent early death if you exercise. So I'm going to type in death and I'm going to find a cool picture that I like. I'm going to save the image again by pressing down on it. And then I'm going to go to the plus sign and I'm going to go to recent images and I'm going to add it, resize it, put it where I want, and there we go. Okay, so now I've finished my keynote, I'm going to go and give it a proper name. So I'm going to call it Mrs. Lally's Benefits of Exercise, but you can call it obviously by your own name. And then I'm going to be ready to upload it onto Shobi once I've given it a proper title. So I'm going to go to week 4. I'm going to go to the assignment called Benefits of Exercise Presentation. So I click on the Benefits of Exercise Presentation and then I click on Shared Items. I click on the plus and then I click on Add from Computer. Then I click on Browse, and then last of all I can see there is my presentation on the top left, and I click on it and then it will start to load onto Shobi. You might have to give it a minute to load. Okay, so do remember that I give you a bit of feedback. So if you click onto your keynote, you will see that I will have recorded a voice note. So make sure that you check that after a couple of days. And that's lesson 10 completed. Well done.